My name is Cleo Lammers, and I'm going to talk about gender and society today. So, how is gender depicted in society? I would say that the answer to that question is it's pretty binary still. Like, that's the standard, I guess. Um, while people are starting to recognize non binary people, I will say it's still like a relatively new concept. Like, it's still pretty hard for a lot of people to wrap their heads around, especially in terms of like gender identifiers. Like, for example, I have many friends who identify as they, them, yet when I talk about them to my parents, they will often revert back to my friend's previous gender identifiers of either she, her, or he, him, although they no longer identify that way. But again, that brings us back to it being still such a relatively new concept. And by that, I mean, I can't say how new it is exactly, but it has really just been brought to everybody's attention, at least outside of the queer community, in the last few years. So that's that on that. Um, by binary, I suppose gender is still like depicted in the same ways. Like, women are still, I don't know, put in certain clothing styles. Men still can't wear skirts for some reason, although I have seen men wear skirts. Straight men, surprisingly, and I don't know, change is possible. I've observed that nail polish on men has become a trend lately, and I'm all about that, of course. Um, see, but like that's such a minor portion of the population that actually does contribute to that. So we are breaking barriers, but just barely at this point. Um, so, what messages about gender and sexuality are displayed through these depictions? Um, I guess that I don't know. I still feel like men have to be manly, and have to not show feelings. But like I don't know, even on the internet sometimes I will see on this account I follow, She Rates Dogs, this girl posts Tinder conversations girls have with boys and how so many men react to rejection is actually incredibly terrifying because they were never taught to show emotions in a good way. So I think it's pretty evident that like this whole manly man culture is still effective. It's still a thing. Um, I don't know. You see everywhere in media women are still expected to be soft. But what has changed is, well, actually, I can't necessarily say that it has changed. Um, Like I saw the other day. Oh, someone said, show this picture of this beautiful, beautiful model woman. And then he said, wow, can you believe that she's a doctor? And it's like, yes, you have to believe that someone beautiful can have brains. You have to believe that everybody is capable of incredible things. But it's just so strange that people cannot put two and two together sometimes. What does this mean to me? Well, in terms of media, as of recent, um, women's rights are on the table. And in particular, abortion. What does this mean to me? Illegalized abortion? It means I do not have autonomy over my body. How does it affect me? It affects my entire life. It affects everything. It takes away my decisions. How might it impact others? It impacts an entire gender, even non-binary people with uteruses. It affects everyone. What implications does this have for helping professionals? I suppose it means that one's line of work may not be taken seriously due to the gender they represent as, or what line of work they intend to perform as, such as the doctors who perform abortions. So, that's what I have to say about society and gender for my virtual project. Thank you for watching.